good evening to the distinguished teachers, principals, all the academicians, the family members, the students, and my colleagues who are gathered today to celebrate Teachers' Day and to honor and appreciate the role and the work of our dedicated teachers here in Qatar. Let me once again extend my heartiest greetings and best wishes to each and every teacher on their Teachers' Day. Indeed, it is a unique initiative. I commend ICC for taking this initiative to commemorate this event and to honor and appreciate the work of our dedicated teachers here in Qatar, serving our Indian community, our Indian students with their dedication, devotion over the past years. I myself take great pride that I have been associated with this event today. Of course, as was mentioned by ICC President and also our host, Ms. Thakur, that teachers are really the gifted souls. You are the ones who build a brighter future. You are the one who build nations in your way. On this occasion, we do recall that this day is dedicated to the birth anniversary of our second President, Dr. S. Radhakrishnan, Bharat Ratna, with whose passion for teaching, commitment, and dedication for academics is well known. His positivity towards it. We just heard ICC President mentioning about when the students wished him on a birthday, how he said that this day let it be dedicated for teaching as a profession. We also recall, as many of you may know, that once our late President, Bharat Ratna, APJ Abdul Kalam, once he was asked what he would like to be remembered for as a scientist, but he said, I would like to be remembered as a teacher. So that itself speaks what it means. I think it's again a great honor for all of us that we have the President of India, the new President of India, Ms. Draupadi Murmu, Her Excellency, that she is also a teacher, that she is today once again our President of India. I think this demonstrates how important the teachers are in our life, in our nation building. For me personally, I have great respect because I was born and both my parents were teachers. So really it's for me a great day to be joining you and to commemorating, to celebrating our teachers who are really, as I said, the ones who sow seeds for the future, who are the ones who build our nation through hard work, dedication, and also as I see, for me personally, once again, as I say, they are building for me also, because my students are studying, they are studying in Indian schools, and they have learning from many of you, your teachers. So thank you very much for your work, what you are doing. I, of course, commend and congratulate all the teachers who have been selected by the respective schools as for their distinguished work over the past year for being recognized today. My heartiest congratulations to each one of them, as also to all the teachers. We are so proud that we have over 19 Indian schools here in Qatar with over 50,000 students and more than 4,000 teachers who are serving with dedication and devotion. It's a matter of great pride for each one of us, and as a society, as ICC President said, it is important that the society acknowledges and thank our teachers for their work, for their dedication. No doubt that we have a lot of anecdotes which is about teachers. We know historically the whole story of Eklavya and Dronacharya. I think that's in itself demonstrates that the relationship, which is very well embellished, very much involved in our history, in our culture of dedication and devotion from the teacher and the students. I think the teacher really is one who is imitated, who's a role model for a student, for a young mind. You are the ones who really shape that young mind, especially if I say it's in schools. If we have 19 Indian schools, I think this is a school days are the most important days in the life of any person. These are the formative days. We talk about preschool years spent in the family, which is early learning as a family being the first home, first teacher, first school. But I think the time which a person spends in the school years, in the primary, secondary, higher secondary, I think these are really the formative years. And we do take pride in all our Indian system of education, which is promoted by all the Indian schools here in Qatar, because there is a global recognition to the Indian system of education. There is a global recognition of what the strengths of it. So all the Indian students, more than 50,000 Indian students and other nationalities also, who benefit from the Indian system of education through the Indian schools, being nurtured in the hands of the teachers in these Indian schools, over 4,000 teachers. I think they are the blessed ones, because through them you are once again taking abroad and spreading the message of what the strength of Indian system of education is, what it stands for, the culture, the values that you imbibe through the Indian system of education. This is completely phenomenal. I think while in teaching, we also talk about reforms which are very important as a part of our education system as we move ahead, keeping in times. We are celebrating 75 years of our independence, the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. As also, we have entered the Amrith Kaal of India, the next 25 years, which is the golden period for India, when we will be celebrating in 2047 the centenary of Indian independence, the centennial India. I think in that regard, if today in this room, in this hall, if I see principals, the teachers, the students, I think today you and your colleagues in the Indian schools, you are the one you are responsible going to build the centennial India, because in your hands are those young minds, those students, because all the students of that age today who are in schools are the ones who are going to build the centennial India in 2047. They will be the ones who will determine what India will be in 2047. They will be the ones who will carry India on their shoulders, on their strength. So you are the ones who are responsible, who are nurturing them and ensuring that they have the dreams, they have the vision, they have that light to take India, to build that India of 2047. So I think today is very important day as we enter Amrith Kaal, because you are the ones who are going to build India of 2047. You are going to build the citizens of India of 2047. They are in your hands, they are under your umbrella, they are being nurtured by you. I think that is a very important feeling, I think, which we all take in pride, and I take very much great pride in knowing that the India of 2047 is in excellent hands with our teachers here in Qatar as well. No doubt, as we all know, and I do recall on this occasion what the President of India, Srimati Draupadi Murmuji, mentioned while giving awards, national awards to teachers yesterday in India. She said the qualities of the teachers, as they are popularly called. A mediocre teacher tells, a good teacher explains, a superior teacher demonstrates, a great teacher inspires. I think this is a phenomenal thing for each and every teacher to carry forward, to remain, I think, where we are, where we want to be. And I can say with great confidence that all the teachers here in Qatar are superior teachers, they are ideal teachers, they are great teachers. And I would say they are ideal teachers because all the four values can be found in an ideal teacher. And the teachers, to my best of knowledge and whatever I have interacted with in over the past 2 years, are the ideal teachers because you imbibe all the four values. You tell, you explain, you demonstrate, and you inspire the young, the youth out there. You are the one who don't make difference between one student and the other student. You are the one who doesn't, if a student says, I did not understand, I do not understand. You're not the one to say that he's a weak student or a poor student, but you say, no, let me explain it. Make it simple for you to understand in a simple language, in a saral bhasha. You try to adopt and take our matra bhasha, the mother tongue, to teaching in mother tongue, how important it becomes to make it simple for a student to comprehend, to understand, relate with it, inspire him with that confidence out there. Because that's why you are an ideal teacher, as I feel. Each one of you, each of our teacher here is an ideal teacher for me. Indeed, you are the one who does not look at only what is the syllabus to be taught. It's not that you have periods to be done. Today I have 5 periods or 4 periods and I have to complete this. This is the syllabus I have to cover. But you say, you go beyond it. You are the one who say, I have to grow. You have to nurture this student of mine. You tell that, look, this is knowledge or the information is one aspect of it, but it is a holistic development of the student, of your life, which is very important for your growth, for the growth, because in a way, it's not just your life, but your family, your nation, which is there, grows with you as you learn, as you grow in a holistic development. You are the one who does not tell or do not say to a student that, that why did you not understand it easily? Why you are not, you inspire. When a student is down, you tell, ho jayega, don't worry, ho jayega. There's nothing to worry around it. That's the encouragement that you give to the student. You inculcate the spirit of inquiry with the student. You are the one who ensures that the spirit of science, of research, of innovation is maintained in your student, because that is what is required if we as a country in India has to become a knowledge economy, has to be, as our national education policy says, we have to be the knowledge powerhouse of the world, the Vishwa Guru, what India was known as and what we seek to retrieve in 2047. So I think if I can ask your teachers who are here today, the principals and the teachers and those who are acknowledged, because you are being acknowledged because you are wonderful, you have a dedication, you have the devotion. If I can ask you today on this occasion, because only one can ask from somebody who works hard, who really is committed. So anybody who works hard, does work, I think we give them a little more work also at the same time. That's always a nature and a human being as we, each one is. So I'm sure I can ask a little bit from you teachers, because as I said, you are the ones who are going to build India of 2047. I today ask you that we all heard the Prime Minister of India spoke about Panch Pran, the 5 commitments on the ramparts of the Red Fort on 15th of August. So my ask is very simple about it, that can we have discussion in the classrooms, maybe over a period of time, maybe role model played by the students, maybe in 1 week, one student, other student, and in some other week, maybe the teacher, discussing in your classrooms, what are these Panch Pran, what are these 5 commitments which the Prime Minister of India has spoken about to build an India of 2047, to be India, to that India which is a developed India. Today we are developing India, but we are to be developed India by 2047. That what does it mean to be an India of 2047? That's how can student of today contribute, have that light, the light we just lit here, how that light can be in their hearts, that what will you do to be India, the developed India of 2047? That's a discussion. What do you mean by doing away with our mindsets which were restricted in because of the colonialism over 250 years that we were subjugated to colonial rule, because of which there was so much of influence through different means that we were not allowed to think big. So what does it mean to think big? Dream big, not restrict. There should be no restrictions in that. So how can you dream big, dream deep, dream high? Because that's when we dream deep, dream high, that's how we will achieve those goals. It's not by thinking small or limited in our passion. So how can we inculcate, how can we inquire from our students, discuss on that? What does it mean when Prime Minister talks about Ekta and Ekjutta, the unity to be maintained despite wherever we are? We are in Qatar, we are in India. Tomorrow we will be going for higher education. As I was a principal from Birla Public School was mentioning, many of their students, I'm sure many of other students after 12th grade, they pursue higher education in other countries. Wherever you are, what do you mean by Ekta and Ekjutta? How does you can demonstrate about it? How can you look at that what will be your role in 2047? It's something which can be remain with them. It should be a passion for them to feel that yes, they are responsible for India of 2047, that they have the role for next 25 years, they have to take charge of India, that they are the ones who have to build India of their dreams. It's not somebody else will give it in their lap. It is them who have to take it up and really work hard to build India of their dreams. Their parents, their teachers, their great grandfathers, they have left India. They have worked hard, but now it's their time, their commitment to build the Sone ki Chidiya, which India was, that Sone ki Chidiya to be back in 2047. How each of that student can work? How can they, each one of that commit? Lit that light in the hearts of every student. He, she or she should feel, yes, this is my India. I have to work for India, wherever I may be. I may be in India, I may be in Qatar, I may be in US, I may be in Europe, anywhere in whatever manner. I will be contributing to the nation building, to that India of 2047. India will be Sone ki Chidiya in 2047. India will be that what I dream to be. So that's something which each one of you can work. And that's a small ask I have from each one of you. Once again, I congratulate each one of you for wonderful. I'm so happy and happy to see lovely performances by our wonderful teachers celebrating themselves. So I think that's really a joy for every student to see their students, to see their teachers perform and enjoy those activities. You all enjoy your students performing, your students achieving those milestones. I'm sure each one of you will ensure that some of your students in 2047 would be the leader of the country. Your student would be achieving medals for the country. Your student would be flying the tricolor, holding the tricolor high in 2047 in any part, some part of the world that you can be proud of. I know my teachers, I recall my teachers on this day as well, who have been very instrumental in my learning, in my journey of my life. So I'm sure they will feel proud of wherever I am working in. I'm sure each one of you should have it, that you will feel proud of each of your student, each of your person who's working with you over the years, next 25 years, that they are the ones, yes, he's my student, she's my student. That's why I request, I should be recognized as I was a teacher of so-and-so. And that should be my identity, that I was a teacher. He is my student out there. I think that's a passion. I know Principal Hamida is here and she takes pride in when the teachers come and say, oh, she's my teacher. She was in MBS for such a long time. She's my teacher. I have learned in her hands. I've grown in her. And that's a proud. I think that's how each of you who are younger, have younger years and more longer years to spend here in Qatar. That's the kind of pride you should have in your students. And that's the commitment which I ask and request. I know all of you are. You have done wonderful during some of the most difficult times of the pandemic, when you worked overtime, not looking at the hours restrictions, not looking at what time of the day it was, but you are always available. But you know your commitment, your dedication to your student to ensure that it's not just the parent, not just the parents who have the responsibility, but that you have to ensure there's a continuity of the education. So I know you are all very dedicated. You are so hardworking. I feel very proud of you. I really feel I'm being with you, to know you. So thank you very much for what you are. Thank you very much for what you are doing, because what you are doing is not just for yourself, you're not for your school, but you're doing it for the country, for the nation. Thank you very much. Once again, greatest congratulations to each one of you on the Teachers' Day. I wish you all a wonderful success in the future in your endeavor. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.